Hi guys, welcome back to another daily tarot card. These are your daily tarot cards for Thursday, December the 7th, 2023, Throne Thursday. Today we're pulling from the Game of Thrones tarot cards. So I love all the light. Like it's Tuesday, but it's, the Thursday when this shows it'll be Hanukkah. So a lot of light will be coming into the world. So this really magical, highly spiritual time. I love what my girlfriend posted. It's like, I say happy holidays because she was saying like there's like 27 holidays between November 7th and January 27th that, we should all, and there's, like with the Asian Lunar New Year, you know what I mean? There's so many celebrations. So it's like saying happy holidays because we don't want to offend anyone, you know what I mean? And their holidays are just as important as everybody else's. So I love the way that it was articulated, but for myself, I've been very excited for Hanukkah. So it's just like bringing that light into the world. I love the fact of Queen of Coins. And I feel like this is like, I feel like it's money making time, but I also feel like it's like not being a sucker. I feel like it's like someone is purposely sitting there giving you a gift because they expect something in return. You know what I mean? Like it's not a positive exchange. Like they're sitting there purposely doing something because they expect you to do the same or better. Or they're not pleased with what you give them. And they make it known. And it's like, you know what? You should be giving with no expectation with anything in return. Your happiness, your joy should be the laughter or light or smile that you put on someone's face, not expecting anything in return. That's the way you should be. That is what this season is about love. It's first of all, it's about who's around you. The love, the light, the laughter. That's what's most important. Not about what you're getting, what you're receiving. You know what I mean? But I feel like someone's just trying to, you know what I mean? They see you as a mark. They see you as someone that they could sit there and take advantage of. And don't let anyone take advantage of you. Judgment, I love the fact of the way that he's standing in the stance. Like, this is kind of the way that we stance when we do, like, the prayers. You just see it in all faiths and spiritualities and everything. But I feel like it's just, like, this time of liberation coming in. And I keep using that word. They keep saying liberation. But it's also, like, this peace, harmony, balance. This is a rebirth. And I love the fact that it's wintertime. They're showing, like, because we've been getting flurries, we actually have, like, a dusting on the ground. And they're just showing that. They're just showing that this change, especially with the death card and the sun being here, it's like, they're showing temperance. With the death card and temperance, they both lead to the sun. We have the sun card here. If you watched all week, you saw with the Five of Pentacles in reverse, it was just like this light was illuminating from it. And that was not a foil deck or an animated deck or anything like that. I have a couple of them that have the reflective on them. It's not a reflective deck. It's a traditional, like, straightforward tarot deck. But I love the light that's been illuminating on it. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's where they're saying with the death card, change and transformation. Before we go to death card, it's the Eight of Wands. Something coming out of the blue here. This is the crow, meaning this is a minor message. I feel like there's someone, I feel like you may have already met them. Like, you've come across each other's paths before. I feel like it could be that. But I feel like that they get frustrated because it's just like how busy you are. And that I've had this. Someone actually literally broke up with me because I was working too much. And I'm like, you knew who I was, you know how I work, and they literally, like, I was waiting for the bus to go to my other job, and they're just like, yeah, I want to break up with you because you work too much. I was like, okay, no problem. You know what I mean? I was just so dumbfounded. I'm like, you waited until I was getting the bus before you called me? You know what I mean? That should have been the first red flag for me. You know what I mean? But I'm stupid. But, or was. I've grown out of that. You know what I mean? But I feel like with this one, it's kind of like, not that they're trying to pressure you. I feel like they're saying you should work like one day less or something like that. But so to give them time. But I don't know. I just like, don't change who you are for anybody. You know what I mean? If you're able to afford to work 4 days a week and that's what suits you and your family, then fine. But don't do it just because someone's giving you an ultimatum. It's like, a lot of us are trying to accomplish things in life. And it's just like, you're only going to get busier. This is the golden age. You're coming into this golden age. It's the year of the dragon in 2024 in the Asian culture and the Chinese New Year calendar. It is also the number of 8. So infinity symbol. 8 is a very lucky number in the Chinese culture as well. So I feel like it's just like, get ready for this illumination. Get ready for this light. Get ready for your life to explode. Blessing after blessing after blessing. I feel like it's just like, You know what I mean? Like going back to that Seven of Pentacles, it's like your basket's full. You're like, wow, look at how blessed I am. Dianu. You know, Dianu is so thankful in Hebrew, and it's just like, um, there's more. There's more coming. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because this is what you've worked for. This is what all that pain and suffering was for. It's, you know what I mean? Does it make up for what has happened? No. But that you did not give up. You kept moving forward. You fought through the struggle, there are so many times I'm just like, I'm done. You know what I mean? I'm just so over it. I'm tired, and it's because you're tired. You just need a day to catch up on sleep and everything. So it's just like, that's where I feel like with the Queen of Coins, it's like, love yourself. If you need that sleep, take care of yourself. I feel like it's like taking care of you. You don't have to sit there and take care of everybody. It's not your job. You are not financially responsible for other people's missteps or misfortunes. You know what I mean? It's like we can help people out, but it's like, you keep bailing someone out over and over and over again, and it's just like they always like, cut you at the knees. It's like, there's something wrong with this picture, So I feel like this is where Spirit is just like, be mindful of that, Be mindful of who's around you. Be mindful of, who's using you and abusing you. The Sun card, Year of the Dragon. We were just talking about that, But I definitely feel like it's just like everything coming together. This is what this year was building you for. There was a lot of hard lessons. There was a lot of heartbreak too, And I feel like the biggest thing for me is just I kept saying, Lord, I don't know what's going on here. I pray for people involved in this situation. It doesn't directly affect me, but I care about these people. Please look out for them. I was just like, I don't know what to do here, And that was one thing with when Shane passed. I was just like, I don't know what to say to you, Lord, right now. I have no idea. I have no idea why this happened. And I was just like, I have no idea what to say. I was just so much in shock and like dumbfounded, like what the heck? Like, is this even reality? You know what I mean? It took me a while to accept the reality of the situation. It took me a while, It's just like, best way I can describe it, if anyone watched Twilight, when Bella was just a zombie sitting in the chair. That's the best way I can describe it. That's how you feel. But it's like, I couldn't just sit in the chair and watch the days go by. I had to freaking sit there and fight every single day, like, to make sure the kids are good and do certain things and, you know what I mean? Work and everything else. It's like, we had to pack up and move and rehome fur babies and get movers in place and find a new place. It was just a lot going on, And then idiots try to make it worse. You know what I mean? So it's just like, when you sit there and you're just like, wow, like, look, you know what I mean? Just be grateful, be humble at every single step. Don't forget to sit there. You don't have to give to every single charity you come across. You don't have to feel guilty or to have to donate to every single one. Wherever your heart is drawn to, you do that. Like, I'm always drawn to like the IWK, the Sick Kids Hospitals, St. Jude's Hospital, what's a Make-A-Wish, Smile Train, food banks, like stuff like that, like, where it's just like, it makes an impact, because there's a lot of innocents in this world that go through a lot of, situations that they carry with them into adulthood, that had nothing, they had nothing to do with it. It's just who they were born into, But I feel like with the Nine of Cups, it's just like, you have nothing to worry about. You're sitting pretty. Again, with the knowledge, they were showing this like illumination, like this, like kind of like, when they have the beam and they're like raising you up, and it feels very much like levitation, but I feel like abduction. I like, not resurrection, I feel like that's 2028, but I feel like it's like you may have outer body experiences where, you know what I mean? It's, I feel like it's like, I don't know, like, because this is like, I've always ran away from this. So when I experience things, it's always new to me. And it's just like, like even last night, someone's past loved one came to me and she was saying these messages and she could see how tired I was. She's just like, tell her this. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. And I was telling her, and she's just like, I can see how tired you are. She goes, okay, I'll leave you alone. I'm like, no, it's fine. And I sent it to her, and but she could see that I was tired. You know what I mean? So she's like, she let me finish my devotion. I was doing my night prayers, and I went to sleep. I passed right out, because she could see that everything that's going on. But I also understand that with this ability, that I'm able to share something that, I know her daughter is capable of. I will be 100%. But it's just like, she wouldn't have shared that to me if it wasn't meant to be to go to her daughter. You know what I mean? So it's just like, immediately I was just like, anything she told me, I was writing it down. And then she's like, you're so tired. And she's like, okay, I'll leave you alone. You know what I mean? And I felt bad. I'm like, I'm like, I am. I'm like, I'm really sorry. You know what I mean? But I know, you know what I mean? She'll come back. She knows she can trust me. So it's just like, anything she told me, I wrote it down for her and sent it to her daughter. And I'm just like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the kind of connection, like, you're lucky to have, where you don't even have to work for it. You know what I mean? You're just laying there, and they just, like, they come in, and they're just like, tell her this. Tell my loved one that. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, absolutely. I will share that for you. You know what I mean? It's like, I have no problem doing that for people, because it's like, especially, like, her, because, she's like a sister to me, and it's just like, whatever I could do for her, you know what I mean? I will do it for her. Whatever I can make this journey easier for her, I will. We have the Six of Cups, and I feel like this is where they're going with the Eight of Spears here. That this is like a relationship of the past. You know what I mean? Like, they were showing, like, the armor, like that Roman armor. And I was like, this feels like it's been, like, this was, like, written in the stars. Like, this was already written that you two were going to be together, So I feel like in that way, it's just, like, coming in. And this is where you guys have that chance meeting where everything just, like, plays out. I know nostalgia is also around the holidays as well. But I definitely feel like that, I don't know, they have a problem with how much you work. You know what I mean? Because it's just like, well, you should be, this and this. And it's like, well, yeah, But, especially myself, I'm recalibrating life. And it's just like, everything's going to take a new tone. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I don't need someone busting my lady berries or whatever you want to call them, what men have hanging. I don't want to be offensive, but it's just like, you know what I mean? It's just like, I don't need someone doing that. Like, especially now. I'm tired. I got a lot on my plate, and I don't need someone just like, oh, you need to do this. You need to, it's like, ugh, save that for someone else. I don't need someone telling me what to do. I don't need someone telling me, like, I need to take one of my days off of work. You know what I mean? It's just like, no. What I do with my life is what I do with my life. Either add to it and support me, or there's the door. You know what I mean? Wheel of Fortune, this is that, I swear, like, that light, that illumination again, and it's just like, this is your time for the wheel to turn. It's going to move so fast. A lot of things are just going to move fast, one after another after other. Sponsorships and everything like that. It's just so many great things are going to come in. Some of them are going to be lessons, like, because it'll be new for you. But just take it with a grain of salt. It's just like, what, the next time I know better. It's just like anything, New opportunities is what they're saying. But it's just like, get ready for this. It's just so many amazing things. I keep seeing that lady just harvesting from the tree. And she's peacefully doing it. She's not sitting there just throwing it all in her basket. I don't feel like there's the insecurities are lifted. The liberation that comes from this, the freedom. Like, to be able to go sit something so simple as sitting in your backyard with not having someone, like, come and bother you and smoking and blowing in your face. And it's just like, or being, blackout drunk. You know what I mean? It's just like that. Just that peace that you could just go sit out there and just, like, chill and, be at peace. Like, you know what I mean? It's just, it'll be all worth it. I will not say one bad thing about here, Like my sister said, shut your door, and it's just like, that's your sanctuary. You know what I mean? You just worry about yourself, So I feel like in that sense, it's just like, do what resonates with you, keep being positive and moving in the right direction. Don't let anyone try to poop on your parade. You keep moving forward, because it's all going to be just so spectacular and wonderful. you know. And like I said, some things will be a learning lesson, you know. I feel like because it's a new situation, but I feel like you will, as you go along, and then you could be that cautionary, not so much cautionary, it's just like, you know, you could share your experience. Like, I did this, and, you know, I should have done that, and, you know, I'm sharing this so you won't, you won't save you from making the same mistake. You know, if you're not too savvy with it, I feel like maybe getting an entertainment lawyer or having a lawyer look over it, you know what I mean? It just pay, you know, I know it's money, and I know it's just like they shouldn't be paid that much just to read something, but it's just like, at least you have a legal opinion with it, that they're not totally like running you over, you know, with the car, but it's just like getting a second pair of eyes on it, you know what I mean? Especially legal eyes, you know. Or if you know anyone savvy, they're showing me two people that are very savvy with that kind of stuff. It's like, have them overlook it and see what their opinion is, you know, and go from there. But I just feel like there's a lot of opportunity coming here, and I feel like the possibilities are endless. It's just like, you know, how much do you want this, and how much do you want to work for it, you know? But it's like, get ready, you know? It's just everything that you've been working for, everything that you've been manifesting. That's why I always like look at my old board. Even things that I've manifested, even though they've happened, it's just like, okay, but what's the next thing that I want? Even though right now maybe you're just like, I don't know, like, you don't know how it's going to happen, but it happens. You know what I mean? Like with us, it was just like, you know, I was told a time, and then it was just like, this was on high bird speed. And I'm like, huh? And literally it happened the next day. I was just like, oh my gosh. You know what I mean? So it's just like, you know, following what Spirit says. Following what, you know, how everything unfolds and how everything moves forward. You know? So they're saying don't be in a rush for anything. I feel like that's why the Nine of Cups he's sitting down, because it's just like, just let it come to you. You know what I mean? Let's negotiate. All welcome at our table. Celebrations. You know what I mean? That's what I love about that Nine of Cups. And celebrations, like, you know, whatever you're celebrating, whatever brings light and love into your life. But it's like, just get ready for that time, you know, because it's about to happen. 17:17 on the timer. So I hope you guys enjoyed these daily tarot cards for Thursday, December the 7th, 2023. May the universe bless you good. We'll see you for the next daily tarot card.